So it's basically 2 days after my birthday. Of course, it's like 1 in the morning though, but I'm back on because my boys are asleep. The house is quiet. They trying to convince me to give them a free day tomorrow, which is like a personal day because with homeschooling and stuff, just so they can just have a free day. And one thing about it, they want to get on them video games, Roblox, all freaking day. And I'm just not trying to have that. But, I do try to, I'm one for keeping the peace in my house. So, what works for us is just what works for us. Anyway, also, I was just leaning out the window a little bit, just trying to get a little bit of that cool, clean, crisp air. It feels so good, smells so good, tastes so good. And I wish I could be sitting out there just for a little while. I don't have to sit out there because it's cold, but, just enjoying somebody's company and them enjoying mine. We definitely enjoying God together, the nature and all that good stuff, whatever. But, of course, it's nighttime. It's not wise. Could be wild animals out there and literal two-footed wild animals out there. Which for the most part is peaceful in my backyard or whatever. Front yard is peaceful too. It's just more in view until my tree grows back this summer. But then, of course, it's gonna be hot. But I was thinking about how I experienced like the ultimate like betrayal. I feel like because the boys' dad, of course, came in, got to know about me. As far as getting to know me, only God knows me, like, know me. But yeah, like, under the guise of trying to get to know me, but, had his own agenda or whatever. This camera, this is crazy. Okay. Just trying to get my camera to focus. But yeah, it was like, to me, it was the ultimate betrayal because, you got to know things about me and how I operate and how I move, whether it's weaknesses, strengths, or whatever. And I think he acknowledged that I'm a strong person, so I had a lot of strengths about myself. And I still do, I guess. But, of course, he knew my flaws. He knew where I might fail or whatever. And he just kind of used that to his advantage. Um, and it didn't seem like he was, but he, at a distance, he would just still use it to work for him. And then like I just feel like the ultimate betrayal came in is when you found out those things about me, how I operate, how I love God, how I serve him, how I know him, and this, that, and the third, and whatever else, there's really nothing beside that. Not even really. There's nothing beside that. That's top. But all the rest of the things that fall under. Um, and then you took that to somebody else's household and like, what I'm saying, spoke about me and, things about me. Just like one thing I like to email and when I was dealing with him, I just like to email. I could text, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be a lot. It'd be paragraphs, it'd be all this, just similar to how I talk or whatever. Um I just be getting it all out. And, he took that and he was telling the person that he was involved with, and which I do believe, if you involved with somebody, you need to open up and you need to be honest about stuff. But I just didn't feel like it was fair. I feel like it was so unjust, and like I said, it was just betrayal. Like, you really came and found that out about me, and just so you can, it seems like just so you can take that on to whatever the next situation you're going into. And, that is so bothersome because I am a discreet person. I'm to myself. If I do deal with people, I'm just not so open with everyone. I mean, I am open, but I'm just not so. I want to share my life with everybody. With people that I didn't deem or that I didn't want to share my life with, and I just didn't think it was fair. And it's like trying to push something on me and force me to get it's like, yeah, trying to force me to get to know her and her to get, I don't know, as far as her, she seemed more willing to get to know me and stuff like that, but I didn't want to because I wasn't wanting to accept her. um and I guess this is coming up too because that insignificant number, I'm still calling it insignificant. That insignificant number just came up, which is the number of her birth date. And this is, I mean, this is just what it is when you connect yourself to somebody spiritually, they connected to somebody else. And really, this stuff didn't start occurring until after he came over here on her birthday in 2019 and was with me. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I do remember the night vaguely. Um, like I remember some stuff that stood out. Like I'm just gonna keep it real. Like something with the Baphomet sign. It showed up on my TV. And it probably was some other stuff before that that I might not, either I just don't remember or didn't, or just kind of brushed off or whatever. And he was like being like almost physically abusive, and not even almost, but he was being physically abusive, like pulling my hair and stuff like that. And this is not in a sexual way like I would like to. It was in a like a mean type of way. Like, you trying to get at me, you trying to get punched in your face. Like, but anyway, I just sitting here, I'm thinking about that or whatever, and like I don't like it. I don't like, no, don't try to force me with nobody, because again, I'm not getting down with the squad. I'm not getting down with the team. You, your baby mama, and the other one, I guess, or whatever, and whoever else, y'all could do that or whatever, and might be able to live a nice little polygamous or polyamorous type lifestyle. I guess, I don't know. Um, that excludes me. And, and that I do hope that my children are not influenced by, but, again, that's the risk you run when you have children with somebody and you don't fully know what they're capable of and all that or whatever. But, yeah, I'm just thinking about how I just don't appreciate it, and I have to continue speaking about this stuff. If it's on me, especially in that moment, I either choose to speak about it, definitely choose to pray about it, I speak about it just so I can continue to, and it seems like I'm rehearsing it or whatever, but I'm literally not trying to. It's just certain stuff that comes up that try to manifest, that try to get me to, give that attention. And I wish I could just not pay it attention, but I mean, if we say I haven't got to that place yet or whatever, but if that's what we want to call it. Um, but yeah, don't appreciate that one. And it was just like I said, it's betrayal. You telling her stuff about me and stuff like that. And I do remember times when he was telling me things about his daughter's mom. But to me, I felt like I had a different relationship with her. Me personally. As far as her, she must have been hiding and covering up certain stuff. So she didn't have, what I'm saying? She didn't relate to me on the same, in the way that I thought that she did or whatever. But yeah, for me, I'm like, no. And that is like literally for me with anybody, whether you female or male, you know what I'm saying, and I sound close to you, that's betrayal to me. When you go and tell somebody that is on the opposite side, or somebody that's a complete stranger about me, and I'm not saying I haven't done it, because of course now I'm talking about things that I've been through regarding others. I'm not name dropping or anything like that, but I I don't know, I just don't like it, and it just makes me so uneasy and so uncomfortable, and yeah, it's just something that I just don't like. With like a passion, like I just, when you do that, if you do that to me, then I just be like, oh no, like you committed a crime, you committed high treason, it's fraud, you know what I'm saying, things like that or whatever. But and then he had the nerve to say, I don't tell my family none of my business. He wanted me. He said, I don't want no woman that don't talk in front of my family. He's told me that before. And then he, he told me, oh yeah, well, I don't like telling my family none of my business. And I'm sitting here like, which one is it? Like, I don't know. It was weird, weirdo vibes, weirdo stuff. But yeah. I ain't like that at all. And this is the thing, he will point out certain stuff and know what I liked and didn't like. And like one time he was it was early in the morning. I had just got up and I was at another place, and it was just right around the corner from my house, and I guess I didn't take my toothbrush and stuff, and my breath was smelling morning breath, and he was like, "Oh, your breath stinking." This, that, and third, trying to mess. I thought he was trying to mess with me, but it was really like he was serious or whatever. Which I mean, it was the truth, but he was serious about it, and he was like, "Oh, she don't like that or whatever." And I guess he's like saying, pointing out stuff about me that you understand that you don't really necessarily want people to know, but at the same time, I was just like, I didn't like it, and I didn't like that he called it out, but I'm not one that is like, I like real stuff, so that like kind of attracted me to him more. Like, oh, he's with the real one because he didn't run from it and him saying be like, oh, you just nasty and this and that and act like it was so inhumane or whatever. So I appreciated that or whatever. But anyway, I don't even like sharing stuff like that, like talking about it. But I just did. I opened up or whatever. But anyway, so it was just stuff like that that attracted me to him. And again, I'm not still attracted to him. I'm almost positive if I seen him. You know what I'm saying? He's still an attractive man. I'm not gonna sit here and say he turned ugly or whatever. Even my daughter's dad, he's not. I don't consider him. Now he's unattractive to me, like to begin with. But I still um like talk to him, and then he's just not the worst looking type of person or whatever. I'm talking about my daughter's dad, but yeah, I definitely don't want him though. But as far as my boys' dad, you know what I'm saying? My boys look similar to him. They handsome, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely attracted, physically attracted to him. To not my boys, I'm talking about their dad, but um, it's just wild. It's wild stuff. I don't know. I feel a type of way even now just about that. I guess because that number came up tonight again, and it's like, oh, I had got on somebody's live on Instagram, and that's what number, of person I was. I was like, wait, what? And it just makes me feel like I already did this regarding, for one, another female. When you dealt with another female, I already did this even, like regarding his mom. Like I just felt like something about her, like he was trying to, it's like some Freaky Friday type stuff, like you want me to be in the body of this person, or you know what I'm saying, you're trying to mix and match or whatever the case may be. I don't really, that's the best way I can explain it. um you want their traits to be mine, you want mine to be theirs, and oh, that like just bothers, it definitely bothers my soul. It like makes me want to throw up, makes me feel like I gotta throw up and stuff like that. And I just be wondering, like, how can somebody be like that? And my thing is, I know we're all human, so I know, hey, I've even felt like, oh gosh, I wish he did this, like this person or whatever. But to like literally try to carry that out and get that to be so, I'm like, wait, what? By mingling with this person and mingling with, intermingling with the next or whatever, it's crazy. And again, it goes back to what I told him, that I didn't want no parts of, that I didn't know that he was, I didn't know that he was that type of person. I didn't know what all he was into, should I say. um so yeah, I'm like, man. And then it goes back to the girl when she was like, she was telling me, oh, asking me what did me and him do in the bedroom and stuff. And I just feel like, oh, damn, I'm surprised he didn't tell her that. Or, he might have as of now, but I'm surprised he didn't tell her that. Why she didn't ask him that? And then he go all into the details. And then the other thing, I was sending him pictures of my breasts and stuff like that. And if she got in his email, you seeing my stuff, I'm like, oh no. I don't even like talking about this because I don't want nobody to try to come at me and, oh, you send titty pictures, don't you? I'm like, oh gosh, yeah. To this was my boys' father, who I thought that this was a forever thing, and I still honestly feel like it's like a forever thing, but I just don't want it. I don't want to act on it. So, and I only like feel like it's a forever type of thing, but I still feel like it's somewhere lingering. But But yeah, it's not, to me, it's not a healthy forever type of thing. Well, not for me anyway, or not beneficial, and I don't like it. And so, like, you feel like you gotta be tied to somebody. You might have to be tied to somebody. Meanwhile, they still, you know, concerned or dealing with somebody else. And you just kind of, again, like he's told me before, you put on idle or whatever the case may be. And, that just sucks or whatever. I'm not saying that I have to do that, but I'm not one that's going to just jump underneath another dude or whatever. I'm not, and what I went through, um, with my daughter not being in the household and stuff like that no more, it's just like, it's just, to me, it's like a risk, a high risk. I mean, when I say that, I just mean like just being disobedient to God, the God I serve, love, and know. So, and I don't even want to say it like the God I serve, because to me, it's only one God. It's only, I'm saying, the true and living God. It ain't all these other false gods or whatever. They don't even exist to me. Like some of these people that I be trying to not make them not exist, but just in my life, like, y'all don't exist to me. But anyway, um, I don't know. I just kind of want to scream it to the mountaintops, like. Part of me, a small part of me is like, oh, I'm gonna cuss him out for doing that. And like, I just want him to sit somewhere and have to just listen to everything that I say. I don't want to write it in no letters, really. I want to talk about it. I want him to have to give answers and stuff like that. And I guess it's, want him to be held accountable regarding that. But yeah, I still don't want this number showing up in my 2022, and just, what I'm saying, trying to be, it just feels like that person be trying to be connected to me. Girl, I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts of him. And I told him that I'm not attracted to females, and I'm definitely not trying to deal with females that he try to connect me with. So I don't want no damn parts. So whatever you try to conjure up, or you know try to manifest in my life, and which, I mean, that's real. She really was doing that. um she really was just doing that, to the point of, I don't know how and what. It was him too. I'm assuming. I'm not saying he's definitely no stranger, but I'm just saying, I don't know if this was the time when she was like acting alone, like wanted something so bad. And it's like, just like I said, it felt like she wanted to be me and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, you could never. I'm not in competition anyway, but you could never. And like, just, oh, it just irks me. And that was some creepy stuff, because I had never, like, I seen stuff on TV and I'm like, okay, well, I know, and I do believe it could go this far, but I just never thought that people literally be out here trying to be you, and because you was involved with the same dude or whatever the case may be. And like, and then I really did, I want to talk, I was enjoying talking to this older female about stuff like this. Like, this would really be a good time to be able to talk to an older female who, definitely is experienced but overcame it. Not nobody that's, what I'm saying, somebody that's still in it, honey. Ain't really nothing I can. I don't want to be. I don't want no parts of that. I can't help you resolve it. I don't even really want to be a listening ear, but somebody who has overcame stuff like this, and like really experienced where a male have tried to connect you so deeply with another female, and that female was with it, was down, like definitely down the ride, or whatever the case may be, down the ride and die if necessary, and whatever. And so, it's creepy. And I'm gonna pray and ask God for deliverance, because it's still bothering me right now. Like, I'm saying, like, in these moments, it doesn't really be lingering like that. Or, well, I'm not gonna say it doesn't linger, but I don't usually be feeling it like this and thinking about it like that. But I'm telling you, just that ultimate type betrayal. Like, I just don't ever want to be betrayed like that ever again. I feel like I'm almost about to cry because it's bothering me. But yeah, I don't want to ever be betrayed like that again. I hope he don't be out here doing people like that or whatever. But at this point, I don't really care what he doing. And I really, honestly, sometimes I be feeling like I definitely don't give a damn if he do that stuff to her. But it is some stuff you just be like, I don't even wish this on my worst enemy. Like nobody need to be dealing with nothing like that. And like I said, I'm glad I made it through. But honey, whether or not I made it through unscathed, like, I did, but just at the same time, it's like, and see, the number just came up again, but, it really did. It's trauma. I don't know if it's caused PTSD. I don't know, but it's, and it's not even like it's heavy on me, but it's just there, and I don't want it there, so. I don't know. Maybe I hope and pray to God send me somebody that is mature, a mature female. I had one in my life that she didn't not mind listening to all that stuff or whatever, but she did. She was like, "We need to focus on some resolution and stuff like that," and that was understandable. But part of me just felt like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can get there as far as my healing process. It was so much. I thought I was being, and I do believe that." Oftentimes I'm being worked on by God, but it's like a surgery or whatever. Like he was performing surgery on me, but honey, this was some heartache and stuff that either I signed up for myself, knowingly or unknown. I don't know. It was just something. It's something that I really can't explain like that. Yeah. Try to leave a bad taste in my mouth. Like literally, spit is like trying to form in my mouth. To where it's like something, when I get like this, it's like I feel like something needs to be done. Definitely gonna pray through and all that good stuff, but and I know I need to stop saying definitely and not and act, and I'm not even acting like prayer is a last resort. It's not. It's unwise to make prayer a last resort as opposed to first. But I just felt like I needed to talk about it, speak about it on here. And whoever comes across the video and may hear it or whatever, I don't know, but that was some strange stuff. And I maybe I am just that naive, and just I have been that protected and sheltered that I didn't think I was overly protected or sheltered or whatever, but I did not know that people do that. And that, you know I wonder, do males be out here fantasizing or wishing that they was the a male from a female's past, or what I'm saying, maybe it's something that he doesn't get perfectly right, and I don't know, I'm saying that and don't even know what the girl's intentions for even feeling like that, besides just wanting to, I feel like wanting to control and manipulate him, so whatever he liked about another female, just want to act that out. And I like I said, I felt like that before, but as far as acting on that and being that, I felt like that because I felt like, dang, why is he all into her? And again, this is when I was involved with him. But why does he want to be over there with her? What do she got that I don't? Whatever, whatever. It just make you feel inadequate about some stuff. And oh man, I just seriously do not appreciate it. And I just feel like it was a crime committed against me. And of course, deeper, definitely spiritual stuff or whatever. But in this moment, I was feeling like that's something that you can die for, and something that you probably need to die for trying to be somebody else like so deeply. It's one thing to admire somebody, want to be like them and stuff like that, but it's another thing to actually want to, again, like manifest and get into the, oh God, it's like something that I can't really explain. And the more I talk about it like that, it's like trying to make me sick. So I'm just going to let that go and just trust God, for my deliverance, complete and total. And like, why is it happening here? Oh, I guess you know what? It was like, today is 12, 13, 14. 3 days from now is going to be the I guess the death anniversary of his, and I'm not laughing like it's funny or whatever, but his grandma dying. See, my late grandma passed last year on January 3rd, and yeah, I mean, of course, I loved my grandma when she was alive and would miss her and all that, but I, I don't. I'm just that's one strength about me. Like I can let them go. Again, as far as my daughter, that's not something that I want to do. But again, I don't want to talk about that. And she's still alive, as far as I know. But yeah, but this will be that, and he was like on the night or the evening that it happened, he had messaged me in 2019 and was saying, he was telling me he was on his way, like he was coming to be with me, and we was about to be that family, and it felt like and seemed like okay, like our old times or whatever, even though so much crazy stuff had happened. He never showed up. And then the next day I don't know where he went or anything, but the next day I had these phone calls on all these missed calls and stuff like that. Well, I had calls from unknown caller, and I already knew who it was. Because that's, I know who's calling my phone or whatever. But, of course, I'm heartbroken again and feeling some type of way because I don't know what's going on. And, yeah, and then he had said he was on his way and he never showed. And I'm like, what in the world? So, but yeah, again, I don't want to go down memory lane regarding that. I got a whole bunch of on my ways in my inbox and stuff like that or whatever. But, and yeah, most of the time, at least 90 to 95% of the time he showed. It's probably that small, slim chance that he didn't, but that was one of them times. And my thing have been this whole time, I don't give a damn how he have felt like he loved this girl or whatever the case may be. Okay, I'm not getting in that. Don't try to pull me in there to bring in. He did, but you know what I'm saying? Nah, don't put me in that. I was already tough enough regarding the other female that he got pregnant, and of course, this one probably got pregnant too, but and whatever. But yeah, this guy took me through there, honey. Like I just pray for my continuous deliverance, continuous healing. But I was just the thought of thinking like, okay, I don't wish it was him at all, but again, just being that me and him was, I felt like it seemed like we were close. And of course, he was the only one that I was involved with. Like, literally, been the only one that I've been involved with in the last decade. And I don't feel like it's fair that I'm just sitting here with nobody really to talk to, confide in. We used to sit on the bed and stuff and just laugh at certain movies and stuff. Had me watching, and I'll name them off, like 21 Jump Street, stuff like that, and The Interview, and just stuff that I would have never sat down and watched on my own. There's another movie, was it Bad Neighbors or Neighbors or something like that? I don't know. It was funny. Just, and again, I'm not going to get too lost in them moments because I will probably start thinking about him. And I guess it's good to have the good memories about people and, try to discard all the bad ones or whatever, but I don't know, man. Then earlier today, I was getting my son some Robux and stuff like that, and he wanted like 9,000 of them, and I think for $100 you can get 9,000 or something like that. I don't know. And then but I told him, I said I'm not buying all them. And then it looked like what he wanted cost $113. I said, I'm definitely not paying no $113 for something that you, an accessory or something like that you gonna wear on Roblox. Like, you can't wear that in real life. So this is how I broke it down to him. So I went on and started attempting to go ahead and got him like 45, or no, 4,900 Roblox blocks plus. That was on one, and then I paid another $20 to get him like 1,000 and something more. And I was getting ready to do another $20 to get him as close as possible to his goal. And my bank account, of course, my card was like, you running too many. What you trying to do, scam? And so it was like, no, we got to send you this. We're going to deposit. No, we're going to withdraw an amount and then we're going to put it back in and you confirm it and then we'll be able to put this through or whatever. So on that transaction, it didn't go through. And, and, you know, he was disappointed or whatever. He felt disappointed, but he went on and made do. And and that was that. That was just my sign, like, oh no, I gotta stop. And so I went on that payment I was about to pay on it. Well, not payment, but that what I was about to purchase for him, I went on and just made a payment to our internet bill. I'm like, would you rather have internet or be able to have those accessories or whatever? So he's getting to the point where I got to explain to him, you know, how money works or whatever. So that was that or whatever. And he understood and he was listening. But, you know, that's what just bothers me still. It's like, man, it just feels like, man, she basically took and stole the father from my son. Like, you know, not just the man that I felt like I was involved with and gonna be with forever, but the father from both of my sons. That's two young men by the same man. And of course, this is still me dealing with him after he had a baby with somebody else. So, and then, you know, I don't want to say came back around because I never really stopped being involved with him, but, you know, came back, had another child with me, and that was that. And yeah, it sucks. And I know, again, if somebody was to, I know how some people are, ooh, girl, you better than me, and this, that, and the third, you a good one. And if they even still say that in these days, but, and probably all the low self-esteem type stuff or whatever, like that's all you feel like you can get now. And honestly, when I first started dealing with him or whatever, I did feel like, you know, this is as good as it gets. I had seen what I deemed as better, but I always still thought, some stuff just seems too good to be true. You don't know what that person's going through, even though it looks good on the internet or whatever, or even in real life. You don't know what that person's going through behind closed doors, and including myself. Like people do not know the depths of what I was going through behind closed doors, getting raped, getting sexually abused, this and the third, getting verbally abused, all that. That's in my inbox, my emails, and stuff like that, my receipts, and of course, if these walls could talk, but. So I just was focusing on what and who I had, and just trying to make the best of it. But you know, it is affecting me, or it feels like it's affecting me regarding my children. Just feeling like fatherless children. I mean, again, he contributes, but I just feel like that's just by God's grace. That's not nothing. It really has little to do with him. Again, according to my feelings, I don't know for sure. I don't know if he feels for his boys or anything like that, but it really sucks. And it just like, wow, he really just gone. But that's not. I'm not a stranger to that because he's deceased granddad, on my dad's side, on my so-called dad's side, he did that. You know, he had all his kids with the same woman, and then he went on and married, and of course he died and went in the ground with two females having his last name. So, you know, but I just thought that that's not going to, for sure, not going to show up in my life. That's not going to happen to me. And I was going to name my boys his last name and everything and all that. I was definitely interrupted and divinely intervene, you know, divine interruption from naming at least my first son that, because I literally had his name that, but I changed it because he cut the umbilical cord, he was there, but he would not sign the birth certificate. Like, he made a big deal. And I don't know if he thought that was going to get him off the hook or whatever. No, it's not, because you literally this boy's dad. So, you know, and then he was starting to be wishy-washy when it came to that. And, like, I just didn't see that stuff. I seen it, but I didn't, my eyes wasn't, like, as open to it as I am now, just looking back. I did not see that stuff happening. I didn't see him really changing up just because I got pregnant, because I just felt like, okay, you're the one that, you know, you asked me that I want a boy. So I don't know if it was just another type trap situation and he just didn't say it. My daughter's dad just flat out told me, I trapped you, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you telling me, but you told me after the fact. You didn't say, "Ooh, I'm gonna trap you." You know what I'm saying? Before we had a child or whatever. You just, and I just, oh Lord, it sickens me because people, predators and all that, they think like that. Nobody wants you to be free. And I'm not talking about being careless and reckless, but want you to be free to enjoy them and live a happy life even if it ain't with them and stuff like that. They just want you miserable. And that's what I realized. Like, there's so many damn miserable people out here, and they literally do pull you in. And I just thought that was like a myth or a legend or whatever, and until I experienced it. And I'm talking about, even to this day, people don't want to see me smile at all because they so damn miserable. And me, I feel like it's because y'all lacking God in y'all life, and that, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing I can do to give you. I'm not him. So, I can let my light shine and this, that, and the third, but then when you want to try to diminish it, shut it down, I got a problem with that. I'm not going to respond. I'm the type that don't respond in that, like, nice type of way. Like, no. And I'm not, it's almost like I'm being possessive of God. I can't, because it's more than enough for him to go around. It's more, he's a big God. But I do with my personal relationship. Yes, I am. Like, no, that's mine. You can't take it, but you can take your portion. He's big enough. You know what I'm saying? He's there. He's available to you. And I can encourage you. And that's what I was doing with him. I was encouraging him, to have a relationship with God, and like literally, because he has said before, save me, and then he has came out his mouth and help me. So it's like, okay, I can tell you how. I can't, like they say, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I can't make you live it out. And I, even with my kids, I tell them, my son, I'm like, I can tell you about God all day or whatever, my relationship, but I cannot make you worship him. I can't make you serve him, because you are an individual. I mean, and I can want it bad for you, but yeah. So I guess that goes back to, I wanted certain stuff bad for him. I wanted the father in him to come forth while he was with me and stuff, and I wanted it so bad, and he showed it at certain times when he felt like and wanted to, and then it was like a teaser, and it was like, oh my God. And my so-called mom, she seen him, playing games or whatever, but she wouldn't even really talk to me about it. And I guess you can't really talk to the person who's in that situation because they might not see it or they don't want to hear it. And it could be, but she didn't talk to me about it a lot. She seen certain stuff, and that was that. And but yeah, I just wanted to understand. I wanted to be able to hear from somebody that I could understand. And again, there was this one person, and that was the female that my so-called dad was last messing with, as far as I knew. Like, I mean, me and her connected, and people were mad. The devil was mad, but people was literally mad and basically saying that our relationship was not of God and all types of other stuff. And I was just like, wow. It was a bunch of jealousy and hatred and stuff like that spoken. And I'm like, man. And so, but she understood a whole lot as far as how people operate, and whether she had did it before or whatever the case may be. But I really I could use that wisdom, and I was applying that stuff, and I did appreciate it. She knew what she was talking about, and and she had told me that she was into some, well, at least her bloodline roots was food. She had some voodoo and stuff in there. I wasn't trying to put that into play or practice, but maybe one or two of the ways that she was trying to tell me to do certain stuff, it probably like was voodoo-ish. But I had this, I have not had, but have discernment, and had discernment when talking to her on, like, what, if somebody shares something with you, you got the right to discard it or apply it. And I just decided what I could apply and what I didn't. And I also, of course, I let God lead me. And he got to, he got to the point, because I just feel like, well, God can get to points, but God is God. So I just feel like, he is or he ain't. Um, but it got to a point where me and her stopped communicating. I stopped communicating with my so-called dad, but me and her stopped communicating too. And that's one thing I'm like, man, God, you had somebody in my life that was really helping me out, and I was really appreciating that. We was connecting. But I mean, we was on the phone all the time, texting, communicating, and stuff like that. I kind of feel like I want to link up with her, but I'm not gonna, do anything to go in the past or anything like that. And then she had her ways. I mean, I know I have mine, but she had her ways where she was just like, sometimes she would snap into seemingly something else. But I just feel like, honey, I'm safe in God. If you doing something foul on that end, then you gonna have to answer for that. And which I did see her literally answer for some stuff, on behalf of her children and stuff like that or whatever. But I don't know, man. It's so hard for me to say. I miss, of course, certain things about him and certain times that we spent, but I do not like miss him. I don't desire it with him. I do look at that as a thing of the past, but it still bothers me um, that he did me like that. It's like, you thugged me. But yeah, you did me like that or whatever. And it kind of reminds me of my daughter's dad saying that I handled him and he will never let nobody handle him like that. I just feel like, boy, we was young and I was not trying, that wasn't my intentions at all. But I did respond in ways if I felt like he hurt me or, you know what I'm saying? Even whether I was being controlling or selfish or whatever, I responded in certain ways and he probably felt like I handled him. But honey, honestly, I'm not scared of my daughter's dad, but I don't, I feel like my wisdom tell me you don't want to, definitely not physically battle him. But even still, he's not a dumb dude. Like, he come off as one at times, but he is not a dumb dude. He don't operate in wisdom, I feel, but he's definitely not dumb. He pays attention. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trusting God for yet another breakthrough. I know I received some kind of breakthrough. Oh yeah, breakthrough. Bill helping with somebody help with the bill paid, and even another moment where I felt like I had a breakthrough. I can't even remember what it was about, but to God be all the glory. I'm praying for yet another breakthrough because I want this little funk and stank up off me. Like, girl, my life don't belong to you. I'm not you. You not me. You will never be me. I don't want to be you. Now, there's something that I do that I've always wanted to do anyway. But it's similar. It could come off as similar to her, and I kind of put it into play after he was involved with her or whatever. But it's nothing like I'm trying to become her. It's just something. It was like me fine tuning what I had already wanted to do anyway. But man, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Sucks to talk about this. Sucks to feel like this. And I'm feeling like I want me some alcohol right now. At this point, like for real, for real. Not to get drunk, but not even to really get a buzz. I just want me something to drink. I feel like I got a taste for it, but I'm probably not. I'm gonna just let that be. Hold on, I got a video. This is one of my videos that I don't think I uploaded on YouTube. Some stuff I just don't put on there. I just keep it in my phone because I'd be so scared that somebody gonna leak it, hack it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's behind the YouTube scenes, they can do what they want to with this stuff when it's on there. So, but that's pretty much it. I feel just slightly better after talking about it. I don't really feel that bad taste in my mouth, but I think it's because now I just know I need to continue to pray and release it to God and just, yeah, like that song said, I give myself away, just give this away because I don't want it. I just pray, Lord, that she's not continuously trying to be like me, that she's not continuously trying to manifest anything in my life, and that she goes on, really literally goes on about her business, even if it's leaving him alone or whatever, but literally goes on about her business, that you you had for her maybe before. I don't know, because he very well could be her business, and especially if she got a child with him or children with him. But definitely going about her business regarding me and my house and my life and even my boys, because I didn't approve of her for my boys. I know people always say, "Oh, the baby mama don't want the man to move on, this, that, and the third." Honey, bye. When I get over you and past you and all that, you can move on. It's just somebody that disrespected me. You think I'm gonna trust them around my children ever? No, disrespected me. Already had a hidden agenda. Wanna be me. That means you're trying to replace me. You're not gonna replace me. You're not me. Even if I'm not here, you're not gonna be able to replace me. Uh, don't do that. So no, never about hating on anybody or whatever. If you a cute girl and he move on, honey, you cute. If I'm not the more attractive one, honey, you the more attractive. It is what it is. If I'm not the one that got my stuff together, I'm just not that type of person. But I don't like being in comparison anyway. Like, I like staying in my own lane and, yeah, running or walking or jogging my own race. Like, don't do me. And so, yeah, she was disrespectful though, and she was beyond. She was like, oh gosh, she got a viciousness about her, and just dangerous. And so, that's scary, and honey, because I'm not a dangerous type of person. I feel like I can go there, but I'm just not a dangerous type of person at all. Um, and I don't want nobody to pull me into being dangerous and wanting to harm them, or you know what I'm saying. Just what it is, like. Because that's what I started feeling like, wanting harm to come to her, or I literally wanted to harm her. Like, I didn't, and like I said, feeling like I ain't necessarily sit and meditate and think about it, whatever, or how I'm going to do it. And it's not at all. But when I even start feeling it, I try to cast it down. I try to just give it to God, because that's not me. And that's why I'm like, yeah, something just really not right with this person. And he didn't link up. The devil is a lie. Everything is just not about money to me. And, she seemed to have some money or whatever for some type of way, whether it was legit or illegit, I don't know. But yeah, he did the ultimate betrayal, and he did that. And literally came over here on her birthday. He came over here on the other girl's birthday too. But that didn't, her birthday didn't haunt me like this girl's birthday did. And it's like, what? Wait, what? And that's why I'm like, I'm real life connected to this dude that's either some type of sorcerer, warlock, witch, some type of whatever practicing that he do. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really pinpoint it, because at any given time he could be any of them. And that's what I said. I just don't want to be like that with you. I don't, I feel like she was willing to be like that with you, whether it's witch, whatever. Maybe she's I tried to think maybe she's a real decent, good person, but no, after she did what she did, similar to what his mom did before she passed, I knew I couldn't deem this girl a good person and definitely not trustworthy for my boys or anything. So I've been struggling through to get to whatever the other side is of this thing. And, I feel like I'm getting there, but I just feel like, Lord, where is it at? Where's the complete other total opposite side of that madness? Like, and that my boys can partake in and experience. And, so I'm gone though, so I can just, whether I decide to sulk or whether I'm definitely going to pray. But